Hello everybody, welcome back to the Spoked Wheel YouTube channel. Today we are back with episode 3 of the Andy Schleck Pro Cyclist playthrough. Last time out we started our racing career, did our first 2 races of the season, and in the process leveled up and reached level 2. And today we are approaching our first objective of the season, which is the Tour des Alpes-Maritimes et du Var. It's a 3-day stage race in France. I said at the end of the last video that in particular stage 3 looks pretty decent. Might be something for us to be up there at the front end. But before that we have 2 more races in Turkey, the Grand Prix Alana and the Grand Prix Gazi Pasa. My plan is to try and go through these 2 races pretty quickly and then get into the Tour de Var and hopefully spend some more time on that. So I'm still sort of playing around with the length of the episodes. Last one was pretty long. I think I'm going to try and make this one a little bit shorter. So we'll see how many races we get through today, but potentially we might be able to make it all the way through this race, which is our first objective. The other thing to note is that we are very close to reaching our fitness peak, so that scheduling went well. We're going to be at our peak for that objective, so that's good news. But other than that, let's just get right into the racing. Okay, so we are now into our first race of the day. As we can see, our team is hoping for us to play the role of teammate, and today they want us to ride on the front for 20 kilometers, so that's not too bad. It's a little bit longer than what they had us do last time, but not bad at all. It's a long enough race that shouldn't be a problem. So like I said, in name of hopefully getting through these first 2 races as quick as possible, I'm gonna speed things up a little bit and get back to you once our objective is almost complete. Okay, so we are now at 46 kilometers to go. I have completed my 20 kilometer objective for riding at the front. This race is split up a ton over some of the hills. The peloton is only 47 riders, 49 riders right now. There were points over these hills here where it was as low as 23 riders in the peloton. We got 1 rider up ahead in the break still. I have completed my teammate objective, but it also seems like there's an outside shot that I might be able to get a decent result in this race. So we're gonna jump ahead again into the final few kilometers, and we'll see where the situation stands. Okay, so we are now inside of 10 kilometers to go. Tupalik, I think his first name is Adam, I don't remember, is up the road, quite possibly on his way to the victory. He has a 29-second advantage at the moment, but we're in a group of 11 riders, so a top 10 result is very much a possibility right here. Things really split up majorly over the last little section of climbs. I used my energy gel to try and make sure I could stay in touch, which worked, and now I'm just gonna have to do my best and see if I can't sprint for a decent result. Obviously not a sprinter, Andy Schleck, but everyone in this group is pretty tired, so I think a top 10 could be attainable. Okay, so the Turkish champion Balkan gets the win. We had a teammate, Mauro Schmid, in second. That's pretty good. And another teammate, Jan Maas, in fourth. We ended up in 11th place. So not quite that first top 10, but a decent result nonetheless. That's our first top 15 result, I guess, of our career so far. We probably didn't do enough on the front. I think I only got 21 kilometers in the end to get that exceptional evaluation, but hopefully between that and the placings of our teammates and our own finishing spot, we'll get some decent XP out of this one. It was an exciting race. It was sort of one of those punchy, hilly races, sort of like an Ardennes classic type of race. So there you go. The Turkish champion wins the race in Turkey, and we have 3 guys in the top 11. And they liked that, and they liked the positioning of the teammate, so 22 points. That's great. So now our next race, also in Turkey, is a lot flatter. Probably a lot less will happen. So we'll be able to get through that one quickly and then move ahead to our first objective of the year. Alright, so we're into the Grand Prix Gazi Pasa, and as you can see, our team would like us to take the role of Barador and get into the breakaway for this race. We are pretty close to the front, so I think it's going to be possible to do that, which is good. Honestly, with a flat race like this, I don't mind getting into the breakaway and adding some excitement, although we're getting trapped right now. Let's see. We got another teammate. Like the first time we were in the breakaway, we got a teammate up here. Could be useful for collaboration as the race goes on. Still a couple groups in between us and the peloton, but looks like, yeah, we got almost a 2-minute gap back all the way to the peloton, so that looks like we succeeded into getting into the break. I forgot to check how long they wanted us to stay in the break. 110 kilometers. Alright, so we're in the break. Let's see if we can make it 110 kilometers. I'm gonna jump ahead and see how it goes. Alright, so the breakaway has gone quite well so far. We're at about 33 kilometers left to go. We still have about 40 seconds advantage, and we've already exceeded the 110 kilometers in the break that our team expected from us. So we're all set in that regard. We're about to go up one final ascent of this little hill on the course. Not sure whether or not we'll make it, but gotta try and follow that attack. Unfortunately, this means we're not getting distance added right now because we're in the second group on the road, but that's okay. We already achieved our goal. I'm gonna try and attack on this hill here. Why not? See if I can be the last surviving member of the breakaway again. It's all sort of coming back together for the most part. But I think I am indeed going to be the last surviving member of the breakaway, so that's good. I guess Andy Schleck might have had a hidden talent for breakaways. That's why his big attack in stage 18 of the 2011 Tour de France was so successful, because deep down he's actually a breakaway specialist, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna run out of energy, but we do have a nice gap. We're not gonna take it to the line, but another successful race in the lead up to our first season objective, which I believe you can see from the stats. I have a great race day condition. That's because we have reached our fitness peak already ahead of the objective. And we've now been caught, so I'm going to jump forward to the finish of the race, but successful outing in the breakaway. Alright, inside of 2 kilometers to go. I have almost no energy, but we will get another top 50, at least. Balkan wins again, so the Turkish champ takes these 2 Turkish races. And I believe we had a teammate in 4th, Colin Heiderscheid. That's a good result for him. Another solid day of racing all around, I would say. And we actually managed to get 17th there, so that's quite a good result after being in the breakaway all day. Only 5 points for our valiant effort in the breakaway. And there we go, yeah, beginning of fitness peak. So now, looking ahead, we have, like I've been saying, our first objective of the season. I think in this video I will play these first 2 stages, and then we'll save that final 3rd stage, which looks like it will be the decisive stage, for next time. So yeah, let's simulate ahead and jump into it. Okay, so we are now into the first stage of the Tour des Alpes Maritimes at Du Var. And take a look at this team list and rider list. We have Jumbo-Visma led by Primož Roglič. We have Sunweb led by Mark Hirschi. We got Dan Martin, Michael Woods, Thibaut Pinot. In other words, this is a stacked race, which I was not entirely expecting. And it's why I don't actually hate that we've been instructed to try and get into the breakaway. So coming in, I had kind of thought that this could be a race that we could shoot for maybe a top 10 in GC or something like that. That is not going to happen against that caliber of opponents. So shifting focus, I think something that could be attainable would be to win the King of the Mountains jersey. There's a lot of categorized climbs in this first stage, so if we can get into the breakaway, we can pick up a lot of points and set a nice foundation for ourselves in that competition. So I think that will be my focus, at least for sure for the first 2 stages, and then maybe we'll see what happens in the 3rd one if we can try and ride for the stage ambitions rather than the breakaway. But let's kick things off with an attack. This is not a race that I'm super familiar in real life, so I actually have no idea if teams of this caliber are present at it, but I was certainly not expecting to see that lineup coming in. But it's interesting. We get to test ourselves early on against the best of the best. I'd say if our goal in this playthrough is to try and be a great Grand Tour rider. There's no one in the game right now who's a better Grand Tour rider than Primoz Roglic, so. Unfortunately, okay. It looked like the rider's trying to come across. We're going to eliminate our breakaway, but now the teams chasing are starting to sit up a little bit. And now it's the same thing again. Okay, so I had a bit of an issue with the recording there. I think I fixed it, and hopefully nothing got lost or anything. If this is included in the video, then nothing will have been lost, I guess. So we're going to pick right back up and try and get these KOM points here. There we go. Great. Alright, so we're now into the lead in that competition with 5 points. Morelet had 3, and then Ferran with 1, so Morelet will be the guy to keep an eye on for this next point. And I'm just going to jump ahead a little bit closer to that second KOM point. Okay, we have 4.5 kilometers to go to the KOM point. This time around I'm gonna sit on the front and force them to try and come around me if they want to take the points. It looked like the other riders in the breakaway were getting pretty tired, so they might not. I'm hoping they, yeah, there we go. He does not have enough in the legs, hopefully, to attack over the top of me and take these points. So if everything goes according to plan, we'll be on 10 points after 2 KOMs. And just to make sure, yeah, there we go. He's done. Awesome. There you go. So we have 10. Morelet has 6 points now. It looks like maybe a few other riders came across to the breakaway here. There's a group of 5, but I'm just gonna keep going like this, and I'm gonna jump ahead to this next KOM point. Alright, so we are inside of 5 kilometers to go to the next KOM point. Other riders did indeed come across to the breakaway. Daniel Oss is the one World Tour rider up here currently. I don't think most of these guys are too big of a threat in terms of the KOM points. I'm still worried about Morelet because he's gotten second the past 2 times up, but I think we should be able to defend our lead. Alright, so Daniel Oss takes it, but we get second, which is enough to defend our lead. Morelet got 1 point. We're now on 13. So the competition is a little bit stiffer now that Oss is up in this group, but with a 2-minute 20-second advantage over the breakaway, I think we'll still be able to hang on and secure the jersey. So once again, I'm going to jump ahead to the next KOM point. Alright, we're at 6 kilometers to go to the KOM point. I'm going to try sitting on the front again and riding on the front the whole way up so I don't have to make up any ground on riders ahead of me. So once Kambad pulls off, yeah, I'm going to put it on infinite relay and just sit here on the front. Also, we've completed the 120 kilometer breakaway objective, so that's good news. But yeah, I think, so this The final climb, I don't know if we'll get there or not, but if we do, it's worth 6 points. So with 5 points, I think we can pretty much secure the jersey here. Oranak went very early there. There we go, 5 points. Fantastic. Yeah, we're on 18 points. There we go. That's the jersey secured. So mission success in the first stage of this race. I'm going to jump ahead again and see whether or not we make it to the last climb of the day to grab a few more points. And actually, I'm just noticing there's points at the finish line too. We're probably not going to get that, so hopefully we can make it to this Cat 3 climb to pad our lead a little bit more. Okay, so most of the riders in the breakaway haven't been riding very hard, and as a result, we don't have much of an advantage over the peloton entering this climb. I think it's pretty likely that we'll get caught before the top, but I'm gonna give it my all and see if I can't hang on and grab some points. And they're attacking right from the bottom, so they're going very early. I think we actually will make it. It's just a question of whether or not I can grab the points. Ooh, it's really steep. But I've managed to drop everyone in the breakaway, so that's looking quite good for me. Another 6 points in the bag. That's perfect. So we now have 24 points. Daniel Oss is our closest competitor, and he has 8 points. So it wasn't... we didn't win every KOM, but I'd say it went about as well as we could have possibly hoped for, to not only secure the jersey, but to have that sort of lead. I don't think we'll be in contention for the points in the finish, but hopefully that will go to someone like Roglic or Hirschi, who are riding more for the overall, which I will imagine it will. Although we still have 40-second advantage with 10 kilometers, inside 10 kilometers, so. But yeah, they're gonna chase us down. I don't have enough energy. And there we go. We've been recaptured by the bunch. No one's really riding too hard. Now Reichenbach is presumably for Pinot. Yeah, I'm just gonna do my best to stay in the group up this final climb. I don't think there's any way I'm gonna have enough energy to contest the stage. But it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. Matthews making an early move. I'm completely out of energy, so just have to hope that I can get to the line without getting dropped. It's like Martin, Woods, Matthews, and an FDJ rider. We're all up there. We have been dropped. We got our teammate Rick Hida setting tempo for us. Michael Matthews takes the stage win ahead of Rudy Millard, Michael Woods, Mark Hirschi, and Primoz Roglic. That is a pretty stacked top 5 for a race of this level. And we ended up in 77th, but of course that's not our main priority, because we will be on the podium in the King of the Mountains jersey at the end of the day. And I think we'll get some nice XP for that as well. I don't remember how much it is, but I think the first time you wear a distinctive jersey, you get a little bonus. So let's check out the podium. There we go. Michael Matthews wins the stage. Michael Matthews moves into the overall lead. Andy Schleck is the leader of the best climber competition. 24 points. Oss stays in second with 8, so that's a decent gap. Excellent. Our first time on the podium comes, 5 race days into our professional career? That's a pretty strong start, I would say. There we go. They're happy with that. 20 points for the first distinctive jersey. Takes us up to 72. We also got exceptional for the breakaway, and our manager is happy with the best climber classification. That gives us an extra 8 points. So we're now 20 points away from leveling up again. That was a successful first stage. I know I said that I was going to try and do the first 2 today, but I think I'm going to leave it here. Just want to double check the recording stuff and make sure that nothing got lost. And hopefully I'll be able to figure that out for next time. But yeah, I think it was another successful day. We finished these 2 races in Turkey, got into our first objective, kind of switched plans from going for GC to going for the KOM jersey, and did so very successfully. Let's just take a look at what sort of points will be on offer in stage 2. So that's going to be a lot of points with those Cat 2s offering 10 points. 2 more Cat 3s as well. If we can get in the break on this stage, I think if we can get in the break and win these first 4 climbs, I think that would pretty much be the jersey wrapped up. This climb is pretty late. I wouldn't anticipate being able to stay away long enough to get that, and then in this last stage, it's just 10 points on offer for the finish. So if we can build a lead of greater than 20 points by the end of the next stage, we will have the jersey secured, which I think is doable. It's a doable goal. And then ideally we can then sort of ride for the stage on stage 3 and just see what happens. So yeah, next time we'll finish up this race toward Duvar, and then we'll look ahead and get into our next races as the calendar goes along. Also, I think once we complete this, if we don't earn enough points to level up, which we should, we will definitely level up when the months switch over. So next episode's going to be a big one, finishing up our objective and then hopefully winning the jersey, and then picking which stats to upgrade again. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that next video. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it, either in the comments section, or you can find me on Twitter as well, at SpokedWheel. So yeah, until next time, this has been episode 3 of the Andy Schleck Pro Cyclist Mode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.